What's happening, YouTube? Back in the day gamer here. Thanks for tuning into my channel for this episode of Retro Roundtable. I believe this is episode number 3. That is a little series I'm trying to get going to have more activity in the community. I'm sure you all watched the first 2 episodes. The first was Tetris or Dr. Mario, what do you prefer? The second was which Castlevania on the Nintendo Entertainment System do you think is the best? Which we will be discussing the results on that one today. But today's topic will be, obviously, you saw the thumbnail, which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES is your favorite? That's a tough one. So, pour yourself a cocktail. It's going to be a long one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was awesome. It was all-encompassing in the late 80s, early 90s. Not sure the date that it came out. Had to be early 90s. Probably put my foot in my mouth there. But it was a long time ago. Much like I said in the video I did about The Simpsons, it was everything. It was everywhere. There was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle everything. Just like The Simpsons. I'm not sure which one was bigger. That would be something to look into. But anyhow, on the Nintendo Entertainment System, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out with 3 games. And I like them all. But before we talk about that, we're going to discuss last episode's Castlevania results. Which Castlevania on the NES do you like the best? Now I apologize. It's been a long time since the last episode. Too much time has went by. But not for my lack of putting out videos, because I've been putting out a video every Monday consistently for a while now. And I wanted to get my data stacked for this one about the TMNT, but also the Castlevania. So, I've got my trusty old school pad here. I wrote everything down because I'm like that. But once again, super surprised. In the first episode, we did Tetris vs. Dr. Mario. I thought Tetris was going to win by a landslide, and it won by a very narrow margin. Now, on the Castlevania, between 1, 2, or 3, I thought 3 was going to win by a landslide, and no one was going to like 2, Simon's Quest. But that was not the case. Once again, I'm extremely, extremely surprised, and I'm extremely parched. So before I give you the results, I'm going to have a sip of my refreshing beverage. That's some Blackberry Crown. And it's smooth, and it's going to go well with the rest of my cigar that I have to smoke outside after I'm done filming this video. Because I'm not allowed to smoke in the house. Remember when I used to be a man. So, the results are in. We had lots of response videos. First off, I tagged Nerdstillery, Alpha Nerd, and CM Retro. All 3 of them made videos. Thank you very much. Link will be in the comments below. Then, many other people made videos. So this was a massively successful Retro Roundtable for Back in the Day Gamer. Because the reason I did this was to involve the community, and you guys really showed up. I loved it. It's awesome. Aside from Nerdstillery, Alpha Nerd, and CM Retro, Max Impact Gaming made a response video, which all these will be linked in the comment section below. The Mad Belmont, Mr. Matthews even made one. Josh the Aging Gamer and Brothers Forge Gaming mingled us in with their Halloween games video. I tallied up all the votes from all the videos and the comments, and the results are in. Castlevania won. coming in with 32% of the votes. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, coming in with 30% of the votes. Not 2% like I thought, 30%. And then Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, takes the win with 39% of the votes. But that is super, super close. I could not be more surprised on the love for Simon's Quest. 1 is the only one I've ever beaten. I got 2 lined up, like I said. That'll be Halloween. That's going to be brutal because I don't look things up. I talked about all that in the Castlevania video, but I couldn't be more surprised. What I assumed 3 was going to win. It is the better of the games. I thought Simon's Quest was going to be at the bottom, and it did take 3rd place, but only by 2%. Very, very surprising. Once again, I want to thank everybody for their votes and the videos they made. Max Impact Gaming, The Bad Belmont, CM Retro, Elf Nerd, Nerd Stillery, Mr. Matthews, Josh the Agent Gamer, and Brothers Forge Gaming. And that was a good topic for October and Halloween when the last one of these came out. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has no bearing towards any part of the year. It's just fantastic. So, let's jump into these 3 games after I take one more sip of my refreshing beverage. Let's start with number 1, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This was a game that myself and probably everyone my age got as one of their original collection games. I'm not sure what year this came out, but it was everywhere. Everybody had it. You played it at home, but you didn't really play it at your friend's house because of the kind of game it is. It's 1 player. It's not a beat 'em up like you thought, like you wanted. You wanted a co-op beat 'em up like the other games. But I always liked this one. When it came out, now some games were just always shit, like Highlight. We're going to beat that horse to death. But, you know, games that people don't like now, you didn't have a lot of options. And this was all there was Ninja Turtles. So, even though it was a different and difficult game, it was definitely well received. And everybody had it because it was Ninja Turtles. And that was all encompassing. Now, I've never beaten this one. It is extremely difficult. And the part that you always hear about everyone hating on, the dam board, is actually not that difficult. So I'm thinking that's put in everybody's head from the AVGN video. It's not super easy, but I know I could beat it back in the day. And when I tossed it in, I shit you not, when I tossed it in to get some gameplay for this video, I beat it the first try. I haven't played this game in years because I just remembered not liking it, and I was just like, you know what, we got to get some footage of the damn stage, that damn stage, for the video. And not only did I enjoy playing that board, but I beat it the first time. There was definitely some muscle memory going on there, because I swear I was just could remember from 30 some years ago when I played the damn board a lot, but bust through it on the first try. So it can't be that hard, because it's not a game that I've put a lot of time in the past 3+ decades. Number 1, it's still a good game. I like it, and I am now putting it on the list of games to beat this year, but it's not my favorite. It's my 3rd favorite. Doesn't mean I don't like it, but the first one, that takes the 3rd place for me. Now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, was what we all thought we wanted. We all knew we wanted. It was much different than the first one, and it was fantastic, and we loved it, and I loved it now. Now, none of these games I have played in quite some time. I believe Part 3 I tried to beat a handful of years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago. But 2, I just remembered not liking so much. So it's just not a game I throw in a lot. I don't play a lot of beat 'em ups, and if I do, they're not usually Nintendo beat 'em ups because the 8-bit variety do not serve the best for that style of game. But throwing this one in to prepare for this video, I had a lot of fun. I liked it a lot, and got pretty far, but with the limited continues, or are there no continues? I'm totally spacing out. I've been playing so much of these 3 games the past 2 days. I don't remember. You gotta have continues, right? Whatever. Couldn't beat it. Got to the samurai guy, which isn't really a guy. A character based off the character that I can remember, and I am well versed in the characters. Shit, I forgot to bring in. Out in the food truck, I have Genghis Frog. The frog, he's got the Hawaiian shirt with it open, got the gold necklace. That guy hangs out in the food truck with me at work. But I picked him up at it was the Cleveland. Yeah, the Cleveland gaming retro game show a couple years ago. It was in a bin for a couple bucks. I was like, oh yeah. Now I have a massive collection of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. Massive. They're locked up in my parents' attic, and I'm dying to get them out. I can't wait to bust out those boxes one day in the attic and go through them. I had definitely almost all of them. Quite often I'd babysit for my cousins. They live by a Target, so I'd usually like stay the night at their house because my aunt and uncle came home late. That's why I was babysitting. They'd pay me, and in the morning before I walked home, I'd walk to Target and pick up a character or two, and I did that for quite some time. And I wish I had that massive haul of figures, because as much as G.I. Joe is probably my favorite, were my favorite to play with and I had the most of, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures were much cooler than G.I. Joe. They're bigger, more detailed, more everything, colors, boom. They were just more fun to play with. But I guess it served as more of a happy thing too. G.I. Joe was awesome, but it was just, war. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you kind of had more to go with. But I wish I had some of those figures here. I wish I had them here for me. But yes, to show you also, like an idiot, I left it in the food truck, and I'm not going out there. I might go get it when I go smoke my cigar. Yeah, I will. So I got to remember the B-roll of that. But 2 is a good game. It's a huge step up in graphics. Well, no. The graphics are better than the first one. It's a much different game. It was fantastic. Before I was doing all my research for this video, I was convinced this one was my favorite. And I was like, full disclosure, I've never beaten any of these games that I can remember. Possibly way back in the day, I did never beat the first one, but I might have beat 2 or 3 way back in the day. But in my adult life, I have never beaten 2 or 3. And that is going to change now. And I actually said that's going to change before I make this video. But I didn't beat it. I had a lot of fun, and then I was like, I got to put it down and move on to the third one to research it and get gameplay videos. But 2's great. But it falls short of a lot of the things in the third. So number 3, The Manhattan Project, is my number 1 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game on the NES. Now, pretty positive all of you out there have played all 3 of these games. And it being so long since I had actually played them on the regular, kind of jumbled 2 and 3 together in my head. I just remembered 3 being more tedious than it was. But turns out 3 is the better of the game. Now, I know you can pick Raphael and do the super spin move and just spam the whole game and it can become easy, but it's not me, that's not how I play it. Aside from that, I always pick Donatello. It's in the first game, he had the longest reach, he was the best character, so it's just stuck in my head. Plus purple's my favorite color, so I always choose Donatello. I never, in filming for this, played any turtle but Donatello on 2 or 3, except very briefly on the Manhattan Project. I played Leonardo because when I was going to continue, I button mashed and it scrolled up and I hit Leonardo. So for that continue, I did play Leonardo, and I felt like Donatello's reach was better. So I'm glad I always picked Donatello, and I'm still going to continue to pick Donatello. But after playing 2, then throwing, and liking 2 a lot, but throwing 3 in, it's noticeable right away. I mean, the intro scene is a lot better. The graphics are a touch better. They're pretty similar, but they're not leaps and bounds better. But the controls are a step above. And if you weren't playing them back to back, you might not notice as much, but I was playing them back to back, and I noticed. And in 3, you know, in 2 you're doing your jump slash. It's not a jump kick. It's the jump swing, and that's how you just take out every enemy. You can jump kick. It takes less damage off the enemies. It takes more hits, I believe. But I mean, that's just what you do. You know, I'm using Donatello, so it's jump slash with your bow staff, taking out most enemies, the foot soldiers, in one hit. And then when you switch to the 3rd game, you don't have that jump attack. You got a jump kick, but you don't have the jump attack because using Donatello, it's a forward spin, much like Raphael's drill spin, which is, I suppose, so I hear, the best one to just spam the whole game and beat it easy. Like I said, I don't play Donatello, so that's not how I played it. I suppose probably just try and do that, but I just didn't want to. I'm playing it to have fun and do what I want. And having fun and doing what we want is exactly what happens here in Back in the Day Gamers Game Room. Therefore, I just do jump kicks and regular attacks. And that was just much more fun on the gameplay and effective than in 2. Aside from that, in part 3, the bosses are so much easier than in 2. Now, being easier doesn't make it more enjoyable. They were easier and it was more enjoyable. Now, I'm sure if you played 2 and or 3 very often, there's many have another drink. Tumble over your words. There are patterns that you all know like the back of your hand to take out the enemies. I don't know them because I haven't beat any of these games and I haven't played them in a long time. And yes, I did grow up playing them, but I don't really remember my tactics and strategies back then, aside from remembering how to get through the damn board. But that being said, I just had way more fun playing 3. Now, yesterday and the day before, I played part 2 for many hours. I want to say a couple hours one day, a couple hours the next day. I played it about an hour today. I said it's time to move on to 3, and immediately was being used to 2, throwing 3 in. 3 was a step above right off the bat. And I went in to putting number 3 into the system knowing, 2's my favorite. 5 minutes into it, firm on 3. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Manhattan Project is back in the day gamers' choice for which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game on the NES is the best. It's this one. I feel confident that you are all going to say the same. But I was confident that Tetris was going to blow away Dr. Mario. I was confident that no one was going to like Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. I was wrong. So, my guess on what the retro community is going to say is that part 1 is going to get a lot more love than I expected it to. But the other two games are just so much better. They're Ninja Turtle beat-em-ups. That's what you want. This isn't going to be a 30, 32, 39% interval. No. This is going to be 45% part 3, 25% part 2, 20% part 1. Was that good mathing? Did I math right? I don't know. Don't drink whiskey and do math. It felt right. It felt good. So, now, YouTube retro community, I implore you, make a response video to this. Which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game on the NES do you like the best? I want to know. I want to know, and I think a lot of other people out there want to know. And I feel like I just got a good idea. Whatever game comes out on top, I'm going to make a challenge. I'm going to figure out a unique challenge for everyone to join in on. Because in case you didn't see a video or two back, I did a playthrough, a speed run of Jaws on the NES, and the Thumb Bros put that challenge out throughout the retro community. I think it's too late. I think it closed. Shit, it probably did. But still, I'll put a link to that in the comments below too. Thumb Bros, they did an NES Jaws challenge, and that was a ton of fun. That game is fantastic. I always liked it. A lot of people hate it. The more I played it, the more I was just hooked. And I've been having a lot of fun playing video games lately. And that's what this channel's about. Having fun and playing video games. So, back to begging you to do a response video on which one of these you think is the best. A lot of people that watch my channel leave comments and they say, oh, I really want to make videos. This would be great. I'd love to start. This is your end. I'm softballing it into you. Just hit it out of the park. If you don't have all three of these, you have two, or you definitely have one. If you only have one, make your video on that. If that's the one you have, must be your favorite, right? If not, you can pick these up rather on the cheap, I know it. Especially one. That's not going to be everybody's favorite. I'm calling that's coming in at 20% on that one. But, yeah, make a video. Let me know. Got a lot of good responses from the Castlevania. I feel like a lot more people like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So let's find out. And aside from throwing this out there to everyone, because I believe I watched every response video that people put out, which is awesome because I discovered a couple of new channels, which made me really happy. More stuff for me to watch. This was kind of a selfish reason for me to do this because I don't really watch TV. I watch YouTube. And a lot of people that I enjoy watching don't make videos anymore. And unless I'm missing some good creators, and also please in the comments below toss out some names of people I should be watching. I probably watch them already because I'm pretty well versed in the YouTube retro community, I think. But I've been wrong before. And I'd be happy to eat my words and learn about new channels So let me know about that as well. But on the Retro Roundtable videos, we tag people. And in this one, we're tagging 3 people. First, I know my buddy Captain Algebra likes him some beat-em-ups. And he's a little younger than I am, but I know he's played these. I know Streets of Rage 2 is his all-time favorite game. And these don't quite hold a candle to that one. But I'm sure he has an opinion, and I want to hear it. So Captain Algebra, which one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games on the NES is your favorite? Next, I want to hear from my buddy, Drinking Games with Josh. He's an old fucker like I am. So, I'm guessing he feels the same as me. But I look forward to finding out. Josh. Last up. That son of a bitch. The Real Bit Wars. Not sure why. But I want to hear what he has to say. The Real Bit Wars. Seriously. One of the most underrated channels I've ever watched. He amuses me. He puts out great videos. And I hate to admit it, but he's got more NES games than I do. He just texted me the other day about, oh shit, the game that didn't come out here. I'll put it right here. But he said, he just asked me if I had played it, and he beat it, and I'm getting off subject. But I want to know what he's got to say, too. So there you go. I'm tagging you 3. Captain, Josh, and the Real Bit Wars. If only those 3 make response videos. And normally I say, it's cool, it's not a big deal, no pressure. You know, if you don't have time or you don't want to make a video, it's fine. No. Pressure. Yes. High expectations. I want to see response videos from you 3. I'm pretty sure you could just walk over to your shelf, pull one off, set the camera up, and ramble on a video without thinking twice on this subject. Because I could go on and on and on and on. And I don't know, do you want me to? Nah, I'll stop rambling. This is long enough. But please, people. If you're not going to make a response video, let me know in the comments below. Your comments are votes. I'll tally them up. And we'll see what happens on the next episode of the Retro Roundtable. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And once again, thanks to everybody who made a response video on the Castlevania. It gave me a lot to watch. And I liked it a lot. But until next time, keep it retro! Which one, huh? Which one's it gonna be? Which one? Oh, number 2 is his favorite? Number 2? I like number 3.